Hi, everyone, and welcome on Mel Stories. It's an honor to be able to welcome you in this project, and I'm really excited that you've landed on these videos, and I hope that you've been blessed by it just as much as it has blessed us throughout the entire creation of this project. In this video, I would just like to kind of give you a feedback and an inside view of how Mel Stories was created, the genesis of it, how it actually came to existence in my heart, and how it was created and how it's doing today and where we're heading. So basically, in the genesis of this project, it's pretty incredible because I was receiving words from people from all kinds of different backgrounds on how it would be really a great idea to create or to tell my story to the people around me. At some point, it was interesting. I was receiving these words. I'm like, okay, great. But then I think there was a moment in time where there were a lot of these words that were starting to pop up in every direction from all kinds of different people in a more intensive way. And I was thinking to myself, this is unusual. This is not something that I would just think as normal because it was really intense. And so I was thinking to myself, maybe God is trying to tell me something here. And maybe there's something more that's behind these words than what I thought initially. And so I began to pray, and after a while, I was starting to see a little direction that God was giving me. And so I contacted a few friends to talk about this project, and we said that we would try it, and why not see where this would actually lead us. And so we tried filming a few times. We did it like 3 or 4 times. But every time we filmed, we weren't convinced, and it felt like we were not going anywhere. And there wasn't really a vision, there wasn't a structure to the entire thing. And so after a while, it became kind of discouraging, and we just figured that maybe we just have to stop and give it some time. And this is when I really started praying and telling God, if this is really your plan and your project for my life, then I need you to come and confirm and give me a clear vision and a direction on how you would want me to create this project. And so I think after about a year or a year and a half, I prayed, and suddenly it was like I received a divine download on exactly how to create this project. I had received a very clear structure for how to build the different videos, and also on how to create a potential project that involved videos and including a website. And progressively, we were just seeing these bricks that were being laid one after the other. And so we decided to start again, this time with this vision. And to be honest with you, it was crazy because since we had received the vision and this divine download on how to create this project, within a few months, everything was created, at least the first part of Mel Stories. And it went really fast, and it was just mind-blowing to see the difference between the fact of having a clear vision and the fact of not knowing what you're doing. And it was great because this time the work was rewarding, and there was actually something that was beginning to be built, and it was exciting. I would also like to talk to you about the moment where I had to start filming these videos. It was the first time that I ever did something like this. I never imagined that I was going to create a video project and tell my story through this kind of way. I guess God just has mysterious ways, and that his plans and purposes aren't necessarily always obvious from the beginning, if I could say it that way. But the first times that I had to film my videos, it was funny because I was just not used to it at all. And it was scary, and it was destabilizing just to talk to a camera. I knew what I had to say, I had the structure, and I had the vision on how I had to bring this whole story into film, but this was a different kind of challenge of having to speak in front of a camera. It wasn't really easy. So in the beginning, I had notes with a lot of points so that I didn't lose myself in what I would tell the people on camera. And then with time, it was interesting because I was able to diminish the notes, and it became more natural and more fluid, and it made it easier with time to just sit behind the camera and actually talk. and tell my story. Another thing that really helped me a lot is that I created this project with really good friends. I was basically also telling them my story the way God had given it to me in my heart. And so that helped because I had friends behind the camera who were actually listening to me. And I think the third thing that really helped me also in filming, but not just for that, but in creating the whole project, is that I tried to imagine speaking to specific people. I wasn't just telling my story to the whole wide world, which is sometimes a bit overwhelming and intimidating, but I was really just talking to a few people. And these few people could be people that were like stuck in a hospital bed or that were going through medical issues, but also maybe people who are going through hardships in their lives, or just maybe your regular everyday person who is going through a hard season. And so just being specific in the targeted people helped me maybe to have a bit more ease and to be a bit more focused in what I was sharing. And it helped me to really weigh the content of the different videos in a different way. So that helped. And it's crazy because now when I look at these videos and I look back at the whole process and listening to the content of these videos, I'm just blessed and very moved about the whole work that God accomplished in my heart. Just to see how He was able to walk me through all of these different seasons and these different issues, and to see what He did in my heart and through my life. It was just very rewarding rewatching that through these videos. And I was really in awe at just the work that God did in my heart and in my life, because His hand was so massively present that when I looked at these videos, I could see His work and I saw what He built. For me, this whole process was therapeutic. It was like talking about my past and my story. And now that I've told my story, it's like it's in the past. And today, Mel is a new person. What she went through is just a witness to what God can do in a person's life. And it's a witness to me also for the future, knowing that I know that God will get me through the other things that will probably come into my future as well. And it doesn't scare me as much because I see His hand and I trust Him, and I know that He's going to work it all out somehow. I don't know how, but somehow. So yeah, this project was really therapeutic and it was encouraging. I'm glad that I did it. I'm glad that I took the challenge and that I created this project. And another very rewarding thing that I experienced through this project are the many feedbacks that I got. So I didn't get a massive load of feedbacks, but I did get quite a bit. Each one was a very specific person. It's like it showed me why I had to do this project and why it was worth it and why it has to continue. People were moved, people were encouraged, people, I hope, experienced healings, at least in some of the discussions that I had. I think that people really, it brought healing and it brought life into people's lives. And that is the goal and the purpose of this entire project. What has been created up to now is just the beginning. So there is more that's going to be created in the future. I'm not going to tell you what yet, just to keep the suspense. But there is more that is coming, and I'm really, really excited to continue building this project one step at a time. So the next step is an exciting one. It's a bit different from what's been posted up to now, but I'm sure it's also going to bring a lot of life and a lot of encouragement to the people that are going to watch these videos. Since this project is really a project that wishes to follow God's heart, we're also following God's rhythm, which means that if I don't receive anything from God, I'm not just going to create content. I'm going to wait. And as soon as God gives me a new direction, that's when the contents are going to start being created again. I hope that until the next videos, you will continue to follow us. And I just want to bless you and encourage you and just leave you with this desire that God would fill you with fresh hope and fresh life for your lives, for your days, for whatever you're going through. And thank you again for following Mouse Project. You can have the different contents on the different platforms that are suggested through this project. So you can follow us on YouTube, you can follow us on my website, you can also follow us on Instagram. And please, 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 if you are moved by the content and you know that this could also bless other people, please don't hesitate to share. This project is for everyone who needs it. And yeah, so thanks for following us. Be blessed and see you soon. Bye.